Man, this Saints team, dude, they always know how to make a loss the most heartbreaking, gut-wrenching feeling in the world. I mean, you're down 24 to 9, your offense is looking terrible. You crawl your way back, tie the game up 24 to 24. And I just want to say, like as a fan, I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the players in this game. They could have easily quit. They could easily reeled it in, gave up, but they fought back to tie the game despite being held back by their coaches. So as a fan, I'm proud of the players, right? But God, dude, like where do I even start with this one? Just some quick thoughts right off the top of my head, right? Foster Moreau, I mean, obviously you got to catch that, but at the end of the day, there are so many plays that could have been made that weren't made that it honestly should just not even have to come down to that third down drop. But again, he has to catch that ball. You're a professional tight end in the National Football League. You got to catch that ball for your team. Obviously, he was disappointed about it, but that does nothing for the scorebooks, right? And another thing, right after that, fourth down, one chance to win it or to tie it. Is a fade to Chris Olave as creative as you can really get right there, man? Like, did you empty all your juices on that third down? Was that it? Was that all you had? I mean, listen, you're not going to hear me say this often, but credit to Pete Carmichael or whoever drew up that third down to Foster Moreau because it was open. It was wide open. He dropped it. So credit to him. But then you come back on that fourth down, and that's the one play you got, man. A fade, one of the lowest percentage plays that you can call on offense. And to Olave, not the biggest receiver in the world. I mean, what did we just sign Jimmy Graham just for the nostalgia? Where is he at in the red zone? Like, uh, and just some other random thoughts. This is going to be so jumbled, but Michael Thomas scored his first touchdown of the season, looked great on that drive, but not a single slant was thrown to him in this game. And I'm not trying to be a meme here. I'm being dead serious. One of the best slant route runners this game has ever seen. That is completely almost unstoppable, as unstoppable as you can possibly get in the NFL. And you do not throw or call a single slant for this guy, man. And look, another thing. Blake Groupie, Lou Headley, it was a cool story. It really was. Great feel good story. But it's time, man. They're Lou Headley. I mean, come on, dude. A 32-yard punt with 3 minutes and change at the end of the game, basically just giving the Jaguars field goal range, right? They ended up scoring a touchdown, obviously, but he's awful. I mean, Lou Headley is awful. Like I said, feel good story, but it's time to bounce. Blake Groupie, same thing, man. Missed a 1 yarder today and two last week. It's time. Uh, whatever confidence he had in training camp and earlier in the season, it's gone, dude. It's shot. It's clear at this point he's not built for the pressure. Saints need to look into getting a new kicker ASAP over this little mini bye week here. And you know what else really sucks about this game? Um, so the offense looked really good for about two drives, right? And I am terrified that that is going to be enough to convince Dennis Allen to not make a change over this little mini bye week. When other than those two drives, I mean, that has to be the worst this offense has looked all year. And that is saying something, right? Even on that touchdown that Taysom scored on fourth down, I mean, my God, it should not be that freaking hard to score with all of these weapons. You have to take it, you have four tries within 3-4 yards of the end zone, and it takes you to the absolute limit. Fourth down, you got to bring in freaking Saunders as your fullback, and you got to bring Taysom in to run it in. It should not be that freaking hard, man. When you got Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, I mean, it should not be that hard to score points. The offense outside of those two drives, really just that one drive where Michael Thomas took over, it was just terrible, dude. I mean, if not now, when, bro? Like Dennis, come on, dude. You're 3-4 now, homie. 18-42 all time. Is this how you're gonna go down? You're really gonna let Pete Carmichael sink you? Come on, man. Give Ronald Curry the reins, man. It's time, man. It is time. There's a reason that you could get tickets to the game tonight, prime time in the Superdome in New Orleans for like $9. Think about it, man. Come on. I mean, the Jaguars were literally doing everything in their power to keep us in this game. First couple drives, turnover, turnover, and we end up with only 3 points out of it, and that's only because the ball was turned over in plus territory. I mean, they were committing penalties. Trevor was. I mean, they did everything in their power to keep us in this football game, and we did everything in our power to stay out of the football game outside of those two drives. And again, like staying on the offensive topic, we've seen I mean, it's the same stuff we've seen week after week. No creativity. 3rd and 3, you got hitches, no hitches and curls, no crossers, no meshes. I mean, just the same stuff we see every week. We're throwing fade balls on 3rd and short. We're throwing fade balls at the end of the game. I mean, like, come on, man. This is just a joke at this point. And I just want to say, shout out to the defense. Shout out to the freaking defense of the New Orleans Saints. I know there at the end, Honey Badger got beat like a drum, and Christian Kirk took it. But dude, they did. I mean, they did all they could, right? I mean, I feel bad for that defense getting stop after stop on 4th downs, 3rd downs, and then you have to watch that abysmal sorry excuse of an offense and an offensive coordinator go on the field and do what they do. I mean, I feel terrible for Cam Jordan and Demario Davis and Lattimore and those veteran guys over there. I mean, that's just pitiful, dude. They deserve so much better than that. It's insane. And listen, Derek Carr is not innocent in this at all tonight. He was god awful for 90% of this game. Now, when they got into some tempo, some rhythm, he looked good. He's hitting the back foot and throwing it, hitting the back foot, throwing it, hit Mike for the touchdown. He looked good for one or two drives. Other than that, I mean, on that one play where he faked like he got hit in the balls, he easily, I don't know, I want to say easily, but from the TV angle, it looked like he could have possibly ran for the first down, but this guy just like refuses to scramble for some reason. He missed a couple throws, to Olave. I mean, he was awful tonight. I'll have to take a look at the film to really expand on that. So he was terrible. So I'm not giving him an excuse at all. So yeah, man, like I said, I'm just scared that the offense showed enough life to convince DA, Mister, keep doing what you're doing, Mister 18 and 42, to just not make any changes. That's what I'm scared of at this point. But like I said, I'm proud of the defense, or I'm proud of the team for fighting, of the players for fighting. But like I said, man, overall heartbreaking loss. Um, I thought I was numb to the pain, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm not numb to the pain. I thought I was. Heartbreaking loss. Proud of the team for fighting back, but we just got to do. They just got to do better as a coach and staff. The players deserve better, and the fans deserve better. Oh, and one little tidbit I forgot to mention in this video is Chris Olave. Look, this is multiple weeks now of him giving up on routes. He's got to be held accountable in some way, right? I know he's probably your one of your two best receivers. He obviously is, but somebody, DA, Dennis Allen, somebody's got to do something to hold this guy accountable, right? Even Carr. I don't ever think I've seen Derek Carr, and I watched him a lot on the Raiders. I don't even think I've ever seen that dude so mad than he was at Chris Olave for giving up that guess it fade route or go route, whatever you want to call it. He was mad, dude. He was angry, and I know people say, well, the throw was 100 yards out of bounds. What I'm thinking is, and again, I got to look at the tape to see and confirm this. As soon as he sees Olave, he has no like give up on that. As soon as Derek Carr sees Olave give up on that route, he has no choice but to kind of just chunk the thing out of bounds, so it's not picked off. So again, somebody's got to put Olave in check, whether that's Mike Thomas, a close buddy, whoever. But this can't be happening. This is multiple weeks of Chris Olave giving up on routes. Um, yeah, man. That's the end of the video as usual. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.